Nice to see you again.
It is nice to be seen.
So, it's loud, okay. I've been doing a CD for 6 months. And my question is, just doing a CD alone, how much time will it take to find a consistent alignment? The first guy asked a question.
Now wait.
What can you help me do?
We can,
but
we're going to torch you first.
Good.
Is there, in that question, how much time will it take me? How much time will it take me? How much time will it take me? In the spirit of the questions that we were asking earlier, how much time will it take me? Is there an answer that we could give you that would be satisfying? Because the question implies it isn't yet. And I want it to be now. So anything less than now is not the answer that I want to hear. But since I'm so clear that it isn't yet, then I'm setting myself up for an answer that I don't want to hear. But I thought, Abraham, that since I was asking you, that it would be all right.
That's exactly it.
You see what we're getting at? And so, wouldn't you like to rephrase that question so that you're sure that whether you're getting it directly from us in this hot seat setting or whether you're queuing yourself up to your relationship from the vortex. You see, this is the thing that we want you to understand. All of the answers and all of the process and all the cooperative components and all of the everything that you need is right there already queued up for you. So your goal is to put yourself in the best position for receiving those answers, those inspirations as you can. And the way you do that is by focusing your mind. So how about focusing the question so that it's a sure thing? Could you ask that question in a way that it's a sure thing? What do we mean by a sure thing? A sure thing that you're going to get an answer that's going to feel good to you when you get it. So you're sitting in a room with a doctor and he's giving you a diagnosis that you don't want to hear. And you know what he thinks. Is that a good time to say, what do you think? Terrible time to say, what do you think? Because he wants to tell you what he thinks. But what he thinks doesn't mean diddly squat, doesn't have anything to do with your vortex, doesn't have anything to do with what you're creating. So to ask him what he thinks, just shoot yourself in the foot. So what do you talk to the doctor about? Got any kids? I thought I heard a dog barking in the background when I was talking to you on the telephone. Do you have dogs? Do you have a picture of? Could I see the picture of your dogs? You have a busy day today? In other words, stay off the subject if you are pretty sure you're not going to get the answer that you want to hear. And then as the days go by, as you've done your vortex work, he volunteers what you want to hear. You see what we're getting at? Everything is that way. You can control every manifestation. You can control feedback from every person. You can control feedback from the universe. You can control feedback in everything. The universe yields to you not a reality. There are no statistics or reality that mean anything to you. The universe feeds back to you one thing and one thing only. What you want to the degree that you will allow it. Don't you love knowing this? Aren't you beginning to feel the power of who you are? In other words, you can control everything. There is nothing that is outside your ability to control. And we don't mean control in the wrestle it to the ground sense. We mean control it in the tuning your vibration to the frequency where you can only get back the feedback, the manifestational feedback that you want, you see. So what was your opening question to us? How long will it take? So you want to rephrase it? Since it really doesn't matter how long it takes, since I'm sure that I'm going to eventually get there, my question is, do you agree with me that I'm eventually going to get there?
Do you?
You are not the one exception in all of the universe. Absolutely. In other words, there's no question about it. But the thing is, when you make us give it to you, when you make us give it to you because you want to hear it, no matter what we say, you still don't hear it. In other words, do you know that there is not enough reassurance in the world that can be offered to someone who doesn't believe? And there's not enough negative feedback in the world to keep you from getting anything that you do believe. It's such an exhilarating thing to watch things flip in people. It surprises them. To see them not believe something and then witness the dawning of their belief. And goosebumps just come up all over you as you realize, he just got me. He's been basing what he thinks on everybody else he knows, but he just got me in my unique alignment to source and my ability to be or do or have anything that I want.